Hello, everybody. I just wanna teach you something because when people speak English, there are some of them the common mistakes they make, especially those who are like foreign language speakers of English. And there's something that I've noticed when people speak English. Here I'm living in Cameroon. At times, people are like, "How do you do?" Some are gonna say, "Fine, thank you." At times, "How are you?" "Fine, thank you." How do you do is not how are you. How do you do is totally different from how are you. You know? When somebody asks you how are you, you know what you say? You say fine, thank you, not fine, I don't know. But how do you do it is not about somebody's health. It's not about how somebody's doing. How do you do is a formal way of greeting somebody. Maybe most of the time when you see somebody for the first time, when I tell you for example, you are Peter and I have my friend, and I tell you, Peter, this is my friend. And you say, how do you do? And he's going to say, how do you do? So the answer to how do you do is not fine, thank you. The way people do it every day. We are here learning English and we are in a French speaking context, so people tend to, mix up things. They think, how do you do is how are you? No, 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 no. I'm saying no. How do you do is not how are you? How are you is like maybe how are you doing, but how do you is different. When somebody tells you how do you do when they meet you for the first time, tell you how do you do, you say how do you do. It's like nice to meet you. You say nice to meet you. You're not gonna say nice to meet you. You say fine, thank you. No, how do you do is how do you do. When I tell you how do you do, you say how do you do. But this is totally different from how are you. This is totally different from how you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I wanted us to learn today. This is a very short lesson. I hope you've learned something. To summarize, you know, how do you do is, you know, a formal way of greeting. So when somebody tells you how do you do, you tell them how do you do. But how are you? That's something else. This is about your health. It's about how you're doing. Somebody asks you how you're doing. How are you? You can say fine, thank you, great, cool, any other thing. But how do you do? If I tell you how do you do, maybe when I come to America, I see you say how do you do, so you tell me how do you do. Or when you travel, maybe you're from a French-speaking country, you come from another, you're from China, you're from Russia. When you come to America, when you go to Cameroon, when you go to Nigeria, where people speak English, when somebody sees you for the first time, they tell you how do you do. You say how do you do. Okay? I hope you're not gonna make that mistake again. How do you do? It's how do you do, and how are you is totally different. So when somebody tells you, "Ah, you're from Cameroon. How do you do?" You say, "How do you do, sir?" All right. Thank you very much. I'm out of here.